guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 2018 project use up or project pan. This is going to be the second time I'm trying a project pan. I was unprepared and tried one at the end of 2017 and just like didn't really plan for it, kind of just like grabbed stuff and threw it together and like then just kind of like gave up on it. But I have been really thoughtful about the products, the 18 products that I have selected for this year's project pan. It's going to be one that I run the whole year. I will do quarterly check-ins to let you guys see my progress and things like that. But yeah, I am really excited about this. I'm going to be trying to be better about my spending in 2018. So that just means I need to use the actual makeup products that I have in my collection, which obviously is a lot, as I'm sure many of you have a lot of makeup in your collection. So if you too are doing a project pan, definitely tag me in your videos or your projects or your Instagram, whatever. Tag me in it down below so that I can go watch your videos as well. And if you guys are interested in seeing the products that I've selected for this year's project pan, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I have my basket full of products here. Again, I tried to be pretty thoughtful in the products that I selected. I'll share obviously the product with you guys, and then I'll let you know kind of why I decided to choose that product. I tried to choose products from like every category except for mascara. I don't use false lashes, so I go through mascara pretty quickly, so I thought it'd be kind of cheating to use mascara. So I don't have any mascaras included. But let's just go ahead and start with the primer that I selected. This is from Ren Clear Skincare. This is their Perfect Canvas silicone-free skin finishing serum, and you can actually use this as a primer. It makes your skin feel pretty tacky. It does a really nice job of adhering your makeup to your skin and just creating like a great canvas for your skin. But this is also a skincare item. I got it in the skincare section of Sephora. I was looking for something with probiotics in it because I'm trying to be healthier overall, and probiotics are really great for your skin. So I picked this up during the VIB sale. I maybe used this 2 to 3 times, so this is pretty much full. It does have a shorter shelf life on it of 9 months, so I definitely want to get through this year. So that is why I decided to put this guy in my project. So then I did choose one foundation. I chose the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I have the shade Pearl. I have 2 of these sitting in my collection right now. One's a lighter shade, one's this pearl shade. I really enjoyed the Born This Way foundation when it first launched. In fact, I've already gone through a full bottle of this. So I purchased a total of 3 of these. And lately when I've been using it, I just haven't loved it as much as when it first launched. I think I just have other foundations that I reach for or that I like better. So I thought that I would toss this back in just to make sure I'm using it and that I get through it. I don't hate the foundation. It is definitely a fine foundation in my opinion. It's just not a favorite for me anymore, but I definitely want to use it up before it goes bad. So I pretty much have, this is almost full. I've maybe used this 4 times because this is a darker shade for me. This is what I use more in the summertime. So I can definitely mix this with a lighter foundation or a mixer in the winter months to try and get through some of this, and then I'll definitely be pulling this out and using this a lot in the spring and summertime when I am a little bit more tan, or if I do self tan, I'll use it then too. So that is why I selected that was weird. Next up, I have one powder that I chose. This is the NYX Banana Powder, their HD finishing powder. This is what mine currently looks like. You can't tell, but there's definitely like a little bit of a dip in there, but definitely nowhere near hitting pan by any means. This is what I use almost daily to set underneath my eyes. So I was just curious, you know, a product that I use quite often, like how quickly will I really go through this? So goal is definitely to at least hit pan on this, if not use this up. I really do enjoy this powder. I use it again under my eyes. I don't use this to set my whole face. So that is, again, I'm just really intrigued and curious about this, and that is why I selected this product. Then I chose 2 different type of bronzers. I chose a cream bronzer, which is this Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. I've barely used any of this, as you can tell. Like, this is it twisted all the way down, and then this is it twisted all the way up. So I definitely have a lot more of this to use. I purchased this when I was more into cream products, and I don't love the shade match on me with this all the time, so that's why I kind of haven't been reaching for it or using it. But I definitely need to get through this. Cream products obviously go bad quicker than powder products, so I want to use this rather than have it go to waste. So that is why I chose to pull this one into the project. And then Also Hua, same color. I chose the powder version of that bronzer as well. This is just in a mini travel size. I don't know if you can see like how much I've gone through. This is one that I use all the time. I love this as a contour shade. I love this as a bronzer. So I just was curious to see, again, another product that I use very often. Like, even though this is travel size, I'm curious how quickly can I go through this. So we will see. Obviously, goal is to go through the whole thing. When will I hit pan on this? We shall see. I also selected two blushes. I also selected two blushes. Both are travel size. This one I picked up as a 100-point perk. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Face Color in the shade S214. It looks like this. It's kind of like a mauve-y, dusty pink. I just thought this would be a pretty easy color to use on a day-to-day basis. Obviously the pan size on this is pretty small, but you think about blushes, like you barely need any blush to get like pigment on your cheeks. So I was just, again, really curious about this. I didn't think I would be able to go through a full-size blush of anything that I have, so that's why I decided to choose a travel size. And then I also have this one from NARS. I believe I got this when I became a VIB Rouge. This is the shade. This is going to be a little bit more difficult because this is definitely a deeper shade. It is, let's see, there it is swatched on my hand. So as you can tell, it's darker than that Makeup Forever color, but still a color that I feel like can be used on a day-to-day basis. This is one that probably will be used more in like winter and fall months. It's a very, very beautiful, sort of just deeper, plummy. It's like got hints of purple in it. I don't know. It's called, the shade on this is Ghoul? I don't know. Anyway, we shall see how quickly I can use this. I have maybe used this one or two times, like, and swatched it like just for you guys now. So I barely have used this at all. So there's definitely a lot of products to get through there. I almost forgot concealer. I pulled out a random concealer. I was going through my single shadows and I found this old MAC concealer. It's in like their single shadow like packaging. This is in the shade NW15. It's their Studio Finish concealer. I forgot I had this. As you can tell, like I have used it. It's obviously very messy and dirty on the side, and there's definitely like a divot in it, but I still have a ton of concealer. This is definitely gonna be used for spot concealing, nothing to like brighten under the eyes or anything like that. So I was just curious. I wanted to use this up because I forgot about it and I want to go through it before it goes bad. Yeah, it's not bad yet. So I just wanted to pull that in to kind of force me to use it or just like keep it top of mind. So that is that. And then another concealer that I pulled out is this one from Becca. This is the second one of these that I have purchased. This is their Under Eye Brightening Corrector. I love this concealer. As you can tell, I don't know why you can tell because my lights, still figuring those out. I have used a good amount of this. I probably have half of this left. I'll try and take pictures of all these, you guys, so I can insert them in my check-ins, but I probably have about half of this left. I think I just sometimes forget to use this, and this is one that I put under my foundation, so sometimes I'll get my foundation on and I'm like, oh yeah, like I should have used that concealer. So I feel like if I have this in the project, it'll just remind me to use it more, and I really do like this product. So that is why I selected that item. For highlight, I chose a travel size highlight, because who honestly could get through a full highlight, literally? Like please let me know if you ever have. I chose this one from Becca. This is just in the shade Opal. This is a very universal highlight, really easy to use on the cheeks from like a day-to-day basis. It does give you a very intense glow, so you have to be comfortable with that. But this is one too that I use to highlight like the inner corner of my eyes and stuff. So as you can tell, like barely used any of this either. So this is still, I think this will be a challenge to even get through this, but this was the one that I felt most confident that I could at least make a significant dent in. So we shall see about that. I did choose one eyebrow product. So this is a brow powder that I just got at the place that I get my eyebrows started. I use this just about every day. This is like where I'm at with using it. As you can tell, like it's been used, but I just feel like I'm still nowhere near hitting pan. And with eyebrow powder, like you really don't need to use a ton when you use it. So this is another one that I was just curious to see if I even could hit pan, even though I use it so often. This is just another curiosity thing for me. I think that I'm gonna learn so much in doing this project pan about how long it truly does take to go through makeup. Like I feel like I'm constantly buying things and then like I'm afraid to start using it because I don't want to use it up. It's just like a stupid weird mental thing that I have. But I think this will be good for me to like learn. Like it takes a while to get through makeup. So I actually forgot that I did pull out like a super challenging product for me, and this goes in the realm of blushes. And I don't even know if I'll be capable at all of this, but I pulled out this Smashbox blush and highlight palette that I totally always forget about, but I love. My goal in this is to not hit pan on all three, but at least hit pan on one of these colors. I'm thinking either this or this. Those are the two shades that speak to me the most. This is supposedly supposed to be like a highlight, this one on the end. To me, it's more like a blush topper. Like it gives like a very, like a peachy sheen to it. But I wanted to choose one product that I knew would be like a real challenge for me, and I always forget about this. This was like the first blush palette that I ever purchased, and it just always like hides way back in my collection. So I wanted to pull this out and use this and get some good use out of it and see where we're at next year in 2019. All right guys, for eye products, I picked out 3 different eye products. One is a single shadow from MAC, and this is gonna be another like really challenging one for me. This is the shadow that I picked out, and yes, it is stark white. This is Crystal Avalanche, and this is a beautiful inner corner highlight shade, but as you can tell, like it is stark white. I could use this as like an intense white highlight too, but I wanted to again choose something that I feel like I don't use this at all ever, and I wanted to choose something that was gonna force me to use a product that I don't often use, and like force me to use something that I probably, even if I did use it, don't use it that often. So I want to see how much I can get through this. Like I'm gonna force myself to highlight my inner corners with this a lot. I think it's too intense to be a brow bone highlight, but maybe again I can use this as a cheek highlighter. Really get creative with this. So as you can tell, I have barely used any of the shadow, so we got a long ways to go with this, but that is why I selected that. Then I thought it'd be fun to pull in one of the Stila Magnificent Meadows. This is in the shade Kitten Karma. I thought this would be the easiest shade to go through. This is kind of just like the gold with the gold, one that I felt like I could use all the time. So that is what that looks like. I thought it'd be fun to pull this in and to try and go through this. I think you get, how much product do you get in this? It doesn't say on the packaging, but I mean, it's smaller packaging, but you need so little to cover your lids that I feel like this one will be a challenge to go through, but I definitely do love to use this when I'm trying to glam up a look and things like that. So that is why I selected the Stila Magnificent Metal. And then I did decide to pull in a eyeshadow palette. I did go with this mini one. This is the Tartelette Tease palette. This is what it looks like. My daughter has like dug her fingernails in this, so it looks kind of janky, but I haven't obviously hit pan on any of the shades. My goal is to hit pan on 3, so at least half of the shades in here by the end of the year. I don't think this will be too hard because this one is really easy for me to create looks that I can wear to work and things like that. It's not going to be a hard palette, I don't think, for me to hit pan on at least 3 colors. So that is why I selected that one. And finally, I have 3 lip products that I have selected. The first is a gloss, and this was one of my first, this was my first MAC gloss, but one of my first glosses, and I fell in love with this in high school. This is in the shade Oversexed, and it's right here. It's like a deep vampy gloss, and it definitely has like some gold, small gold glitter flecks in it. As you can tell, I'm already about halfway through with this. When we were moving, I was going through my makeup collection, organizing it and things like that, and I found this and I was like, I need to pull that into the project pan because I loved that lip gloss. So I need to use this one up and either buy it again or decide that I no longer love it, but oh, like makes your lips tingle and stuff. I've gone through many tubes of this. This was, I'm not kidding, my favorite lip gloss of all time back in the day. So that is why I selected this. And then I selected 2 lipsticks. Both are neutrals. One is a little mini. This is the MAC Mini in Velvet Teddy. This is just a nice neutral rosy brown sort of shade. It's right here. I figured this one would be really easy for me to just pair with so many looks. I don't ever really wear lipstick or lip gloss to work. The job that I do or what I do at work, I am running around all the time. Like I sweat and things like that. So I don't even wear a lot of makeup to work. So this project is really going to challenge me, seeing as I only really wear makeup on days that I'm filming or days that, you know, I'm like doing something with my family and things like that. But I thought this would be a nice neutral that I could pair with a lot of looks and wear a lot of places. So I have that, and I think I've used this 2 times. As you can tell, like, we got a lot of product left here. So that is the MAC Mini in Velvet Teddy. And then finally, I chose this one from Smashbox. This is one of their Be Legendary lipsticks, and this is in the shade Mauve Matte. This is a nice, just like average pink. It's right here. I love the shade. I think it's going to be perfect for spring and summertime. I don't know how much use I'll get out of it at the current time, but I think once spring and summer rolls around, I can wear this all the time. It's a really pretty shade. It's kind of like a Your Lips but better sort of shade. So I can just have this in my purse, touch up on the go, and this will just be, I think this will be one of the easier ones in my collection to get through or to try and use up. And again, I barely use this at all, so we do have a lot of product to get through in this one as well. So yeah, that is why I selected this guy. And that is it, you guys. My basket's empty. Those are the 18 products that I am going to be working on using up in 2018. Like I said in the beginning, if you are doing a project pan, definitely tag me in the comments below. I would love to watch your videos and see what products you guys are trying to get through. Check back end of March-ish where I will do my first quarterly check-in. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do so before you go. And other than that, you guys, I'll just see you in my next video. Bye.